It's elk season. September 17th, opening day of rifle. We were up at 4:30 because we were so excited about it. I would say that this is the only acceptable time to be up at 4:30. We'll see what happens today. Tag out on opening day? I couldn't possibly. I legit cannot believe it's already here. It's about an hour before daylight. We're gonna start about a half-hour hike to get in. Let's go get them. We're in business, baby. We're only 10 minutes before legal right now. She didn't like what she was seeing. She started barking a little bit, but it's a really good sign. We got elk in the area. 3 minutes till daylight. I just spotted another elk. If I was a betting man, I would say that's probably 1,200 meters away. That looks like a cow. Yeah, that looks like a cow. Oh, that looks like a deer. That looks like another cow. That looks like a deer. Where's the big boy? We're gonna close the distance between us and those cows. If we can get over there and without spooking them, then we can start pulling them in. They're just chilling. They're not too worried about me right now. Let's start sneaking. And usually I wouldn't recommend walking across a wide open field to close the gap between myself and a group of elk, but this little grove of trees was literally the only thing that I had between us to try and hide my approach. And I'll save you the walk. By the time I got there, the elk were gone. But once the elk disappeared, it gave me an opportunity to do some scouting of the area. And not only was I able to find this rub, which belonged to either A, massive elk, or B, a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but it seemed like I wasn't even able to take a step without tripping over some sort of rub. That is very fresh. Also, absolutely no shortage of tracks or wallows. And wow, is that a bear or a Bigfoot? Sorry if you're eating, I'm sorry, but that is the biggest poop that I've ever seen. I think it's safe to say that we are in some elk country. I'm gonna tell you something right now, and you're not gonna believe me. It's 32 degrees right now. 32 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. This is nutso. What am I wearing? I bought a t-shirt for the first time ever for hunting season. Didn't have any of those in my repertoire. Brutal out here. I have quite a long hike in, and honestly I'm probably like 300-400 yards in already, and I've had to stop in the shade. It's that hot. Like I'm soaked. Needless to say, I don't have high hopes for tonight. Woof. It's finally starting to cool down. It's probably down to 24 or something now, but the sun's starting to go down, which is really good. The plan for tonight is we are in a little grove of trees, probably about 300 yards away from the tree line. Inside the tree line is where my camera is. So a bit of a scouting mission tonight too. Looking forward to seeing what happens and what pops out, I guess. That'll get you going. I'm 100% sure I just heard a bugle. First one of the night. First one of the season. That is awesome. He's right in the area that I don't have permission in though. We're gonna sneak in here early tomorrow morning. Same game plan. And we'll see if we can pull him over a little bit closer. He shouldn't be too far off. That's awesome. He is right there. We'll have a good approach on him tomorrow. I hope we do. Just about to make my way into the woods. And, we got a huge bull moose out in front of us. Maybe 1,200 yards away. Well, that's a giant bull. 2 And what better way for an introverted dude than to spend in the deep Alberta wilderness cruising through unscoured pieces of property with not a human being in sight. It's beautiful back here. I love being back here, and I love putting the miles on the boots to get back here. And you just never know, at any point an elk might just pop out of nowhere. But then again, they might not. Was really hoping that guy that was bugling last night would have come out somewheres into the field, or at least bugled so we knew where he was. Unfortunately, no bugles. Could have been because he winded me, or... oh my gosh. So what was I saying about the wind being bad? Little cutie, that guy looks just like my puppy. Little guy. And I miss my dog. Anyway, I don't know what I was talking about anymore. Probably wasn't even worth it. Let's go get coffee.
Finance Minister Nate Horner says the Alberta Teachers Association and the Teachers Employer Bargaining Association have reached a tentative agreement that will be voted on in the coming days.
There aren't any specifics of the deal yet, but...
Well, you guys, some unfortunate news. Showed up at our hunting spot tonight, and just as I was pulling in, there was someone that was pulling in. That's not very frequent that happens, but it does happen. Not hunting exclusive access property. It is what it is. It happens. Kind of makes you wish that you could have made your coffee a little bit quicker, got out there a tiny bit faster. But you always got to have a backup plan in situations like that. And so here we are. We're activating our backup plan. What's our backup plan? With loss comes opportunity. Bought a bike. I remember last year it was just a brutal walk to get in there. I got about, I don't know, probably 1.5 kilometers to bike in before I even hit tree line. We're gonna cruise on back there. Let's give it a go. We are back here. I wouldn't say that was necessarily easy. Okay. But those cows did a pretty good job at packing down that trail. I definitely need to figure out a better way to transport my camera. Forgot my helmet. I promise, honey, I'll wear it tomorrow or whenever it is that I have to wear it next. But we're back here. Just gonna take a breath, get our heart rate back down to normal and cool down a little bit so we're not sweating all over the place. Okay, so the backup plan's activated. Now what? Okay, step 1, find some elk sign. Okay, found some. Check. Check. Step 2, dial them up. Yikes. Step 3, get a better elk caller to dial them up for you. Successfully called in a prairie chicken. Huh? Loins, little lean.
Please don't eat me.
You're safe, little buddy. You're not what I'm looking for. Beautiful night. Riding into the sunset. I've done enough walking today. Good morning, you guys. It is September the 19th. 5:55, almost exactly an hour before daylight. Today, it is feeling like the fall. It's 2 degrees. You can probably see my breath. I don't know if you can even see that, but it's freezing. Last night in the camper was pretty chilly, but well, that was nice. Like I said, I'm here an hour before daylight. I was just getting ready to start walking in. Vehicle pulls out of a road that I didn't even know was there. I don't even know if it connects to anything, but I guess they were the guys that were hunting here last night. And they're like, yeah, there's elk in here. You beat us fair and square. Best of luck to you. I appreciate that. We're all just hunters out here trying to find an elk. So thanks, guys. appreciate that. Wind is good. I don't know, maybe this could be the morning. We'll see what happens here. Just had our first bugle, but I don't know if it was those other hunters or if it's an actual bull. We're gonna play it like it's a bull. I'm starting to think this is a real elk. He just screamed at me again right here. I don't think that's an elk. But what do they say? Seeing is believing. Let's see if I can go get shot by these guys. It's hunters. Oh my god, it's hunters. Well, you guys, I think that's that. I kept hearing a cow call that just sounded suspiciously like one of those hoochie mamas. There was too much that was a little fishy about it. There was a piece of me for 1 second that thought that that was an elk. That was a good morning, whether it was fake or not. That got my blood pumping.
And then I get to thinking that, you know what, maybe woodpeckers are just failed elk hunters. Because after how this morning went, I feel like slamming my head repeatedly off of a tree. So it's not probable, but it is possible.
Hey you guys, we're on a side quest today. The other day we found a tree that was 3/4 of the way chewed through by a Canadian beaver, and then I was like, I've never seen something like this ever. We need to get a trail camera out on this tree. I did read that beavers will abandon trees despite having chewed almost all the way through, so let's see if we can find this tree again and get a camera set up. Let's hope this works. It's a death trap back here. It's got booby traps everywhere.
And usually it's right around the time that you start thinking of yourself as a woodpecker or scouting beavers that you realize that maybe it's time that we got to catch up on some sleep.
Hello, we're back again. We're caught up on sleep and we're feeling zen. I'm not a chicken or a hen. And then I'm running out of words that rhyme with men or zen. Anyways, we're feeling pretty refreshed. We got some good naps this afternoon, and we are going to head up to the southern part of this quarter where we will watch a certain corner of the field that we haven't watched yet. Last night it was pitch black. There were 2 bucks that came out of this corner. Then there was a cow, a calf, and then a bull, and I couldn't quite see how big the bull was. He didn't look humongous, but he came out into the field. All of them came from that same corner. So I said, hey Shane, maybe you're sitting in the wrong corner. Maybe you gotta go check out a different corner. Maybe to go sit in the other corner if you want to shoot an elk this year. And so we're going to sit in the other corner.
So I'm scouting the corner of this field and I find this wicked hay bale. I'm like, heck yeah, that is a nice natural ground blind. We're about 300 yards away from the tree line, so I clear out all the leaves behind this hay bale. Got nice freedom of movement. And then I'm checking out on the side, just making sure I got a nice stable shooting rest. Check out my view. This is nice. So I'm liking my setup, I'm feeling pretty good, and this doe comes out about 45 minutes before dark. I'm like, okay, definitely in a good spot here. And it's as soon as you start thinking positive about a spot that a little F-150 drives right out in the middle of the field in front of you, and you're humbly reminded why you should never be hunting a public field in the middle of the elk rut. Maybe you should go bushwhacking. That's all good. This guy's just trying to get his elk too. Good luck to you, buddy. So about 15 minutes before dark, I'm getting really creeped out because I'm hearing all this cracking around me. I'm 100% sure that it's a cougar. Like, this is how sure I was that it was a cougar. And it turns out by the time that it got to me, it had fully transformed into a 2-pound prairie chicken. The woods is full of magic. And I think when you're seeing animals all the time, it's a really dangerous place to be in. I think you just get way too confident that something's going to happen for you. And all it takes is a single trail camera picture to put you totally over the top. And then you say the dumbest thing that any hunter in the world could ever say.
Well, unfortunately, I'm feeling very confident that I'm going to get something. And I don't know if that's a good thing. Because in my experience, it's when you've given up all hope when something pops out in front of you. And I wouldn't even say that I'm cautiously optimistic. Like, I feel like I know I'm going to get one.
And so in punishment for that, the next 7 days, not a single sign of an elk. All the way to the point that I said to myself, there is not a single elk left in Alberta.
Good morning, everybody. Today's September 29th. It is realistically our last kick at the can. About half an hour, 40 minutes before daylight. It's like 7 degrees right now. You can see your breath. I don't know if you can see that, but we'll start trekking up into the woods. Just heard an elk. It wasn't quite a bugle, but it was like, best I can compare it to, it was like the end of a bugle. And I didn't see a single bull. A very humbling experience. I remember it was like 2 weeks ago. Unfortunately, I'm feeling very confident that I'm gonna get something. Elk season will just destroy your confidence. Sorry, honey. I tried my best out here. I'm walking back to the truck and I literally just spooked a bull elk. I cannot believe this.
He was right there. And I was looking at my feet.
We're not giving up yet. We're not quitters on chain hunts. We're gonna go northeast and we're gonna try and cut down back around on top of them. This time we won't have the wind working against us. That's the plan. We're not giving up. up yet. We're not quitters on chain hunts. And the plan worked. I hear him. He's right in front of me, but I can't see him. He steps out for a split second. He's there and he's gone. My safety's off and on, all in a split second. I prepare for the follow-up shot opportunity. I need him to take 1, maybe 2 steps. And then... he went at me. Oh my god. I'm sure he was legal. I had him coming right in. He wasn't sure. He's probably 60 yards away. Oh my god. I had him in my scope for a split second. 2 more steps. 2 more steps would have brought him back outside of... There was like a thick spruce tree. I couldn't see what he was, and I couldn't get a clear shot. The camera couldn't see him. None of us could see him, I don't think. Maybe you guys could. We'll see, I guess. Right in the middle of the trail. Well, I guess that's that. And there's nothing much else you can do except for make sure that you'll never get winded again. The fun fact is that I literally never saw how big that elk was until I'm sitting here editing this video. That's rough. So we have one more night to get it done, and we're out here. It's windy, but at least we're seeing some elk. Within like 15 minutes, I see this little guy pop out. And then the standard 700 moose sightings. And then a quick visit from this little Carolina wren. I'm not a birder. I had to Google it. We're just coming up on legal light here right now. I'm gonna start making my way out of the woods. I got a little bit to go to get out of here. Thank you guys again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I want to shoot an